All right, here are the top two sectors right now in the stock market that are on a crazy dip, and why I think they're either a crazy buying opportunity or just catching a falling knife. So the first sector I'm going to talk about is quantum computing. Now, quantum computing has been on a crazy run in the last year, and most of this is just hype because let's be real, quantum computing is still many, many years out, and they're all not profitable. Every single quantum computing company is not profitable, and I think two of them have earnings this week, QBTS and IonQ. I am not expecting these companies to have crazy earnings. The run up in the past year has really just been mostly hype. Yes, a lot of institutions and funds have been buying. Even the Trump administration was talking about taking stakes in quantum stocks. And I do think quantum computing is still a good long-term investment. But right now, I still think all the companies are still way overvalued and they can definitely come back down. The bubble is definitely popping. So I would say you're catching a falling knife, but that falling knife in a few years will be a very, 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 very fast flying knife. But I still like the sector. It's still in its very early stages, hence most of them are super overinflated right now. All right, so the next sector I'm going to talk about is the rare earth metals sector. So unless you live under a rock, you probably know that the US and China have had some tensions recently, especially with tariffs. And one thing that we honestly relied on China a lot for was rare earth minerals. I believe China has about 70% of the world's holdings of rare earth minerals, and they had us on a chokehold. And honestly, it didn't seem like we were going to get any more exports of rare earth metals from China anymore. So that's why most of these American rare earth metal companies were just blowing up. And a lot of them were getting stakes from the Trump administration, for example, TMQ, Trilogy Metals, Critical Metals, CRML, and then the big ones like MP Materials, they have government contracts though. And yes, obviously everything with China is not completely fixed yet, but a lot of the tensions have been relieved. After Trump and Xi Jinping's meeting last Thursday, he actually did release. But after the meeting between Trump and Xi Jinping, it was actually confirmed that China has agreed to supply us with rare earth metals and critical metals again. So I personally wouldn't recommend buying any rare earth metals companies right now. Maybe the safer ones are the bigger ones with government contracts, but I can't tell the future though. It is possible that we have another tariff mess situation with China again, and they completely cut us off for rare earth metals. Who knows? So I think it's safe to say that buying rare earth metals companies right now is probably catching a falling knife.